Oregon State's looking to bounce back after a tough loss to a hot Arizona team, and they do so against the Colorado Buffaloes, a team that is proving something on their own, that they can continue to be competitive in these games and finish the season strong in 2023. When you look at these two teams play very different styles of football, but it'll be a very fun matchup as we've seen in the Pac-12 so far this year. We'll start with an Oregon State team that, again, the loss last week was very disappointing. That was an Arizona team that was playing really well and still is, but they couldn't find a way to pull out the win. It was still a low scoring game, but Arizona just had more punches than Oregon State did. Now they're looking to bounce back. They have to shake that one off and find a way to beat a Colorado team that can put up points in a hurry. This is a defense in Oregon State that I think has a lot of potential and a lot of good players still, even with the loss. I think that you've seen this defense for the most part, I think has been a little bit all over the place, but also you've seen some consistent pieces. It's going to be tough against the Colorado passing attack. Colorado loves to throw the football. They love to move the ball down the field. Shedeur Sanders is one of the more exciting players, but also I think that Oregon State should find some success on the ground. Colorado struggles mightily stopping the run, really just stopping anybody in general. So guys like Damian Martinez, Deshaun Fenwick, could have big games. DJ Uyunglele could be a factor in the rushing attack as well. You're seeing a matchup that favors the Beavers in a way that we haven't seen so far this year. So that'll be really interesting to watch, see how they capitalize upon that. Colorado is such an interesting team because we're kind of looking long term here. You're not necessarily looking at what they can do in 2023, though there are some things to still keep an eye on. What is this young group and really lack of chemistry group do to end the year? How do they bond together? How do they continue to be competitive? Because last week, I think the surprise was that it was only 28-16 against UCLA. UCLA is a good football team, and Colorado still found a way to keep things competitive. Maybe it's because UCLA's offense struggles itself. That won't be the case this week, although Oregon State isn't a juggernaut offensively. They are much better than what UCLA has to bring to the table. But I think the biggest thing is, what does this team do to bond together to continue to fight? Because it's been a frustrating year, especially the last 5 games. You lost 4 of your last 5, and some of them have been close, some have not been close. And I think that you're still looking at a team that's finding its identity. What are they going to be when the going gets tough? What's going to happen when they face adversity? And there's plenty of opportunities for Colorado to face adversity because of the talent in this league. Colorado is going to a different conference next year. So if you can face really good competition, some of it you'll see in the conference next year, and you'll get certain other teams that are good. But can they handle this? Can they deal with certain situations? That's really what I'm looking forward to, because we've seen certain players, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, those guys have stepped up when Colorado's needed them to. But can this team as a whole, again, looking towards 2024, can they show signs of growth towards the end of what has been a very interesting season in 2023? And the reality is that there are plenty of matchups to watch. There's plenty of excitement when it comes to this game. And Colorado and Oregon State have plenty of players that you'll definitely need to keep an eye on. We talked about the quarterback position. Both sides have really entertaining quarterbacks. I think the running back position is also enticing because they have talent there. The problem is that Oregon State can run the ball. They are definitely capable of doing that. We've seen that this year, but Colorado has not done its part. I think that they have too much talent at the running back position, and obviously some of that stems to what the offensive line can do. But if the offensive line gets things going, then you're looking at a Colorado team that is much more dangerous, because right now they rely on the pass and Shedeur to get the ball out quick to move the ball down the field. And sometimes that's good, sometimes it just doesn't work. But Oregon State is looking to bounce back. How do they recover from that? And the players that will contribute to that are the ones that have been doing it all year. The stars have to step up. The X factors have to continue to make an impact, be efficient with what they're doing, because this is a Colorado team that could, like I said, put up points in a hurry. If you're not careful, they will definitely pull off the upset here. For Colorado, again, it's all about growth. Can you show growth towards the end of the year? Can you show something for 2024? That's really what we're building towards. And even well into the future beyond that, finding ways to show that you are a better team because of your ability to handle adversity. It's not necessarily winning games, but can you keep things competitive? Can you show that despite your flaws, despite your weaknesses, you can still find ways to be competitive and showcase what you can do, because the depth and the X factors is what's keeping Colorado from reaching where they want to be, because the talent at the top, specifically at quarterback, is really good. Shedeur is very fun to watch. Should he come back next year, I think you're looking at a very dangerous Colorado team in the Big 12, and that's really exciting. On the flip side, Oregon State has their own quarterback that appears to be have NFL talent, but it's just a matter of the consistency. He's a dual threat, and DJ is really fun to watch when he's slinging it. And I think he has a good chance to showcase his talent and remind us just how good he is, because Colorado's defense does not really stop anyone. When you're looking at these two teams in terms of predictions, I think that if Colorado is able to move the ball down the field and keep Shedeur upright, they have a chance to pull off an upset. That being said, I don't think Oregon State's going to find a way to lose 2 games in a row. I think the Beavers are just a more complete team despite their own flaws. They don't have as much of a gaping hole on the defense. They don't have as much of a weakness on certain positions. Their offensive line is vastly better than what Colorado's can do. So I'm picking Oregon State. I think that Colorado still has work to do, but again, we're thinking long term with the Buffs, not short term in 2023.